I was cleaning the workshop when the alarms started screaming. They weren't the usual proximity sensors or the broken scrap drones outside falling over in the wind. No, this was my military-grade alert system, the one I never told anyone about, because I wasn't supposed to have it. Which meant only one thing. Something dangerous was approaching my home on the edge of the dusk frontier, where humanity had barely carved a foothold among dozens of alien species. My outpost was small, isolated, and largely ignored by everyone. I liked it that way. But the alarms wouldn't stop. Unidentified vessel landing within 30 meters, the AI announced. I dropped the wrench, wiped my hands on my work pants, and stepped outside. A sleek obsidian dropship hovered above the rocky sand, its hull marked with glowing crimson symbols. Symbols I instantly recognized. My blood ran cold. The Karzor Dominion, the most feared warrior empire in the quadrant. The species whose name was enough to silence entire taverns. The ones who once raided human colonies for sport. And stepping out of the dropship was the one being I never wanted to meet. General Siracothoan, the Red Demise, the deadliest living warrior in the galaxy. Every Holonet broadcast showed her towering figure drenched in the blood of enemies, her blade singing through armor, her presence breaking battle lines. No one survived her encounters. But she stood on my doorstep, alone, unarmed, and holding a small metallic case close to her chest, as if guarding something precious. Her silver eyes fixed on me. Her voice, deep and sharp, cut the air.
Human, she said.
Open your door. Now. Middle, the secret she wasn't supposed to have. I should have run. I should have locked the door. I should have done anything except what I did. I stepped aside and let her enter. She ducked under the doorway, her towering form barely fitting inside my shabby outpost interior. Dust and old machinery did not match a warrior of her status, and it made her look almost out of place. She laid the metallic case on my workbench. I noticed immediately. Karzor royal insignia. Illegal. Forbidden. Treason to even touch. I swallowed. General, that symbol. Her hand slammed onto the case. Do not speak it. Silence fell between us. Her armor glowed faintly, cracked in places, as if she had faced an impossible battle. I saw dried wound marks beneath her plates. She had not just visited me. She had fled something. And she had brought something she shouldn't have. The case hissed open. I expected a weapon.
A bomb.
Maybe a political artifact. But instead, a soft glow spilled out, illuminating something small. Alive.
Warm.
A child. A baby Karzor, barely the size of my arm, wrapped in shimmering cloth, its eyes bright and curious. I nearly stumbled back. Is that the royal heir? She said quietly. My heart almost stopped. The Karzor heir was the most protected infant in known space. The future monarch.
Sacred.
Untouchable. And she had brought it here.
To me.
A nobody human engineer living in an outpost nobody cared about. Before I could form words, she straightened and spoke again. Your species is known for one thing, she said. You protect your young, even when survival odds are low. She studied me carefully. I require that skill now. My mind spun. Why me? Because, she said, voice tightening, I defied the Dominion to save this child. And now every warrior in the Empire will hunt it. And me. She stepped closer, lowering her tone. I brought the heir to the only place they will not think to search, a human settlement.
With you.
I stared at her. General Siracothoan, the unbreakable warrior, the walking nightmare of battlefields, was trembling. Not from pain. From fear. My own people, she whispered. Want the child dead.
Why?
Because I discovered the truth. Her eyes burned with fury. The child is not pure Karzor. The royal consort hid its hybrid nature, and Io chose to protect it. My heart pounded. A hybrid? With who? She hesitated. A rare sight for a warrior like her. Then she answered. A human. I froze in place. A human had fathered the royal heir of the Karzor dominion. No wonder they wanted it erased. Their empire was built on the idea of supremacy. A half-human heir was unthinkable. And the consort? I asked. Executed, she replied. But not before she entrusted the child to me. Sarah looked down at the baby, her expression briefly softening. She told me humans could be trusted, that her child deserved a chance to live. She pushed the case toward me. I have nowhere else to go. The hunt begins. Before I could respond, the outpost alarm screeched again. Multiple ships entering atmosphere. My heart jolted. They found you already? She didn't answer. She was already moving, sealing the shutters, repositioning furniture, preparing for battle by instinct. But she didn't draw a weapon. She stood in front of the child instead. Protective, ready to die. I realized then, she wasn't the monster the galaxy saw. She was a soldier willing to sacrifice everything for an innocent life. I grabbed my comms interface and pulled up the outpost's defense grid. I can hold them off, but only for a few minutes. That is enough, she said. Her confidence was unreal. Outside, Karzor soldiers deployed, their crimson armor gleaming. Sarah lifted her chin. They will come for me, and if I fall, they will find the child. She looked at me, really looked at me. You said you are an engineer, human? She asked.
Yeah.
Then build something. I didn't hesitate. I attached power cables, primed EMP coils, overclocked the defense drone circuits. My hands moved faster than ever. But Sarah, she stepped outside. Alone. Facing an entire squad. Her voice thundered across the outpost. Any warrior who steps forward with intent to harm the heir dies. Silence. Then the battle began. She moved like a storm, a crimson blur. She tore through their ranks with her bare hands, shattering armor, flipping soldiers, roaring commands they refused to obey. But she was injured, outnumbered, and despite her skill, she was slowing. Inside, the baby whimpered. I knelt beside the case, calming it, shielding it as the explosions outside lit the walls. Then the outpost shook violently. They'd fired a thermal charge. I slammed my fist onto the comms. Sarah, get back inside. I am buying you time, she growled over the channel. But her voice wavered. I didn't think. I grabbed the emergency pulse gun from under my cot. I hated weapons. I'd sworn off them after the colony wars. But right now, a baby's life, and Sarah's, depended on it. I ran into the chaos. The turning point, human and warrior. The battlefield was hell. Flaming debris. Scorched sand. Smoke choking the sky. Sarah was on one knee, surrounded by 5 warriors. Her armor cracked, her breathing ragged, but her eyes defiant. I charged in, firing controlled bursts. The warriors turned, startled that a human dared engage them. Sarah saw me and snarled, "You fool! Why did you come out?" "Because you're not dying for this alone," I shouted. For a moment, something softened in her hard expression. We fought back to back. Her fists, my pulse gun, her fury, my stubbornness. And somehow, impossibly, we pushed them back. A final explosive blast shook the ground. One surviving warrior crawled toward the child's case until Sarah leaped forward, slamming her forearm into his chest and rendering him unconscious. The battle was over.
For now.
She stumbled. I caught her before she hit the ground. Her voice was faint. Human, your bravery is unexpected.
You saved a child, I said.
That makes you worth saving. Her silver eyes softened as she whispered, perhaps the galaxy is wrong about your kind. Ending a new path for the air. We hid for hours, waiting for the sky to clear. When dawn finally broke across the red desert, Sarah spoke again. We cannot stay here. More will come.
I have a ship, I said. Small but fast.
We can outrun them. We, she repeated quietly. I nodded toward the infant, now asleep again. You said humans protect their young, right? Well, consider me enlisted. She stared at me, longer than before. Then slowly, she bowed her head. A gesture no Karzor warrior ever gave a human. Then we protect the air together, she said, until the galaxy is ready for what it truly represents. I lifted the child into my arms. Its tiny hand wrapped around my finger. Sarah stepped beside me, her towering form no longer threatening, but protective, almost partner-like. The three of us walked toward my ship, toward a future neither of us expected. A fallen general, a stubborn human, and a half-human heir destined to change the stars. And for the first time since meeting her, I realized something. The galaxy's most feared warrior didn't bring the child to my door. She brought a new beginning.